Rule of the British East India Company, on the Indian subcontinent, is known as the Company Raj or Company Rule in India. In 1757, after the Battle of Plassey, Nawab of Bengal surrendered his dominion of Bengal to the company. In 1765, company was granted Diwani, the right to collect revenue, in Bihar and Bengal. In 1773, company established a capital in Calcutta. Hence begins the century-long company rule in India. There are 5 important acts from the company rule. We will discuss these 5 acts in this tutorial. Regulating Act of 1773 is the first major act, to bring in major changes in administration and justice. And it was the first direct interference of British government in the affairs of the company. It strengthened the British government's control over the company, by requiring the Court of Directors, the governing body of the company, to report on its revenue, civil, and military affairs in India. By this act, Governor of Bengal was designated as Governor-General of Bengal. Lord Warren Hastings is appointed as the first Governor-General, and an executive council of 4 members was formed, to assist the Governor-General. Also, other provincial governors, of Bombay and Madras, are made to subordinate to the Governor-General of Bengal. This act also led to the establishment of the Supreme Court of Calcutta in 1774. The Supreme Court had 1 Chief Justice and 3 other judges. In 1781, to rectify the defects of the Regulating Act 1773, an Act of Settlement, also known as Declaratory Act 1781, was passed by the British Parliament. It was the Touché Committee report that led to the enactment of this Act. It brought these changes in the power of the Supreme Court. And it was the first attempt to separate the executive from the judiciary. In 1784 came the Pitt's India Act, which distinguished between the political and commercial functions of the company. The Act was introduced by the then British Prime Minister, William Pitt the Younger. It created a new body, called the Board of Control, to manage political affairs, which consisted of the Chancellor of Exchequer, a Secretary of State, and 4 members of the Privy Council appointed by the Crown. And it established a system of double government. The Council of Governor-General was reduced to 3 members including the Commander-in-Chief. And this is when company territories in India were called as the British possession in India. 1833 saw the enactment of a Charter Act. Laws made under this act would be called as acts, while those under previous ones would be regulations. One notable change it brought is that Governor-General of Bengal was redesignated as the Governor-General of India. He was given exclusive legislative power for the entire British India, depriving the legislative powers of Madras and Bombay governors. And the Act vested in him both the civil and military powers. Lord William Bentinck was appointed as the first Governor-General of India. It established the first Law Commission. The first chairman was Lord Macaulay, who recommended codification of the Penal Code and the Criminal Procedure Code. This act attempted to introduce a system of open competition for selection of civil servants, including Indians. But this provision was negated after the opposition from the Court of Directors. Well, that provision will come back in the following acts too. Many Charter Acts were enacted during the Company Raj. The Charter Act, 1853 can be considered as the last Charter Act. This act separated the legislative and executive functions of Governor-General's Council, which is known as the Indian Legislative Council. And it functioned as a mini-parliament. This was the first time for the local representation in Indian Legislative Council. The council had 6 new members, and out of this 6, 4 were local. 1 each for the 4 provinces, Madras, Bombay, Bengal, and Agra. This act again introduced a provision for open competition system for the selection of civil servants. Accordingly, Macaulay Committee on Indian Civil Service was appointed in 1854. And then onwards, civil service became open to Indians also. The century-long Company Raj finally came to an end in 1858. After the Indian Rebellion of 1857, British Parliament passed the Government of India Act 1858. That act transferred the task of direct administration of India to the British Crown. There began the Crown Rule or British Raj. We will cover the Crown Rule in the coming videos.